Last but most certainly not least, Sagittarius, you are up for the 2023 Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right. So, recording this in November, all the November readings are up for all of the signs. The general readings, the love readings, and the money readings. Also, collective readings, I've been doing those over the last few weeks as well. Whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, I'll use the Oracle deck, I'm using my custom tarot deck, then I'm using the regular tarot deck for your 2023 reading. So let's get started. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? May I have a card, please? This came out, who did this come out for? I want to say it was Virgo that this came out for. Interesting. All right, so number 35. Maybe 35 is significant to you. It is perception. Perception. Number 35. And it says, the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Let me read it again. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. I don't know why. Something said to me, there might be something that's not real in your life. And I feel like it could be a person. Just throwing it out there. And if so, you may already know who it is. But yeah, and it's not just dealing with people, but things in general. Like taking a look at things and seeing what is real and what is an illusion. And it's all about perception, how you perceive things. Also, it's a point of taking a look at things, because I'm hearing this too, where you only see it as bad, but there actually might be some good in there. There's this song by Dottie Peoples, and if you've been a long time listener, you probably heard me mention the song before. But it's called For My Good. And the song, it says, I've had trials and tribulations, unexpected situations living here below. I've had friends to turn their backs on me and leave me standing in the cold. I've been hurt in the church as I attempt to do God's work by people who call themselves saints. Many times I felt like giving up, but the Spirit says, Dottie, you can't. You know the Lord, He puts you through a lot of things that you can't understand. For everything, He knows there's a reason. So in my life, the devil gets no glory. Everywhere I go, I tell the story. How God has a way of turning things around. And then that's when she goes into the chorus, He meant it for my good. You know, He brought me out without a doubt. I knew that He would. Now I know no defeat. I'm strong when I'm weak. God gave me a song, so I'll just sing on. The devil meant it for bad, but I'm so glad God meant it for my good. And I'm telling you this because I feel like with perception, there may be something in your life that you're just constantly viewing it as negative, but really, it's in the end, it may turn out to be a positive because it was meant for your good. Just saying. All right, let's get into the quotes tarot deck right quick. I'm going to pull a quote. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? May I have a card, please? Okay, I got 3 cards, so I guess that's the message. Oh, this was never come out before in any of the readings. Go figure. So the first card, this quote is by Walt Disney. It says, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." By Walt Disney. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Right? The second quote is by Winston Churchill. This came out for Aries, I think. It says, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity." Going back to perception. I told you this is the message. The cards are the cards. And it connects. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Let me read that again for the people in the back. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Going back to what I was saying before, where some of you might be perceiving something as bad, where it actually might be for your good. So, yeah, the quote by Winston Churchill. And then the third card is by Bertrand Russell. It says, "Science is what you know. Philosophy is what you don't know." Let me read that again. Science is what you know. Philosophy is what you don't know. So maybe we have some up and coming philosophers or either public speakers. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the main event. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for 2023? Energy for Sagittarius for 2023. What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Bottom of the deck, Princess of Swords, which is the page, information. Some of you will be gathering research in 2023 as well, and learning new things. Also, some of you will be receiving information in 2023. Thank you. Something is being... Remember when I said earlier, I feel like there's someone that might have been around you that may or may not be genuine, or some situation. All 3 of these cards, they came out sideways, but I'm taking them in the reverse. The reason I'm doing that is because it's the Devil card, the High Priestess, and the 9 of Wands. And I feel like there's some type of surrender happening here. I feel there may have been some ego in the way of accepting certain things or seeing things for what they are. And now that the knowledge, because High Priestess is about hidden knowledge, knowing things, but not saying anything. And when the High Priestess is in the reverse, I look at that as secrets being revealed. I feel that some of you are surrendering with the Nine of Wands reversed, to the knowledge that is being revealed to you. And because of that, it's removing you away from this energy. What you once thought was a negative with the devil energy in the upright, now it's sort of like a neutral energy. It doesn't affect you as much anymore now that you have the truth, now that you have more information. I feel in 2023, as you gather more information, Seven of Cups, you will eventually see what is what. Six of Swords, where you won't entertain it, you're going to move away from it. Okay. Lovers and the Moon came out in the upright. Also, the moon can be about secrets. It can be about fears. Lovers can be about love itself or about choices. I feel that you will be making the choices with the Seven of Cups in 2023. And you will have a lot of choices to choose from. But once this knowledge is revealed, that will help you narrow down your choices. I don't know why I'm getting Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords is on my mind. Because the Queen of Swords energy is the type of energy that can cut through all of this. Either Queen of Swords or Ace of Swords is the type of energy that can just cut through all of this. So yeah, may I have some more cards, please? Thank you. The Emperor. Princess of Cups reversed. So this is Page of Cups. This is a rejection, is what this is. Emperor energy is Aries, Capricorn energy. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, or you could just be an Emperor energy. I feel for some of you, I don't know why, this is so weird. Okay. Humor me for a second. With this Princess of Cups reversed, when I was looking at the Emperor, you see what he's holding in his hand, that world with the cross? I heard divine cup. And something about this isn't divine, which is why it's being rejected. Then I heard something about religion. I feel for those of you in regard, and it may not even have to be in regards to love, but I'll just say relationships in general. I feel like if there isn't a religious connection, like you sort of have some of the same religious beliefs, that you don't really entertain it. Whether it comes to business, friendships, relationships, I feel like someone has to believe in something in order for you to entertain them being in your energy. If they don't, yeah, I feel like religion, whoever this is resonating with, I feel like religion is a big deal to you. Like, I couldn't picture you being friends with or dating an atheist. Whoever this is resonating with. I just don't see that. I see something, and I hear there's an order to things. That might also be why this offer is rejected. Maybe it was offered the wrong way. It's almost like I was watching this show, which I've seen it so many times. I love this show. It's called Boys Over Flowers. It's a Korean drama show. And, well, it's the Korean version of it because there's multiple versions of it. But the Korean one is my favorite. And the mother went to apologize to the other, because her daughter is dating the other lady's son. The son's mother doesn't like it. So the daughter's mother insulted her. But then she needed the son's mother for help with something. So she goes in to apologize, but she asked for help without apologizing first. And the son's mother was like, well, there's an order to things. You enter my home and you ask for help, but you didn't offer an apology. For some of you, there may be a situation in 2023 where it could be an apology, where they try to jump to something else with you and they totally skip the apology. And it's like, wait a second, you owe me an apology. Even though I'm not big on apologies, I don't too much care for them. But whatever works. So yeah, it may be something like that or something totally different where there's an offer, but it's one of those things, almost like, let's say someone asks you out on a date. They see you out and then they're like, hey, I'd like to take you out on a date. And it's like, you're asking me out on a date, but you haven't even asked what my name is yet. It's that type of thing, if that makes sense. There has to be an order to something. And in 2023, if you are in this emperor energy, or if you approach somebody in this emperor energy, if you do not approach correctly, or if they don't approach you correctly in the right order of things, then you're just going to shut it down. That's what I'm picking up. So yeah, let me take some more cards right quick, see what else is going on. Ooh, the World. Completion of a cycle. Also can be about recognition too. And can be about travel. If you own your own company, it may require you to travel. Because I think Emperor energy with owning your own company. Thank you. What is this? King of Pentacles. Which is also stable energy. But it's also an authority figure. Too. Woo! Okay. And the Empress. Okay, this just got interesting. The Empress fell down on the floor. So I'm going to set her right here next to the Emperor. And the other card that fell down is the Five of Wands. So some type of conflict. That's kind of random. For some people, if you're in a relationship, there could be an issue, a conflict, because you work too much. You're a workaholic. For some of you, I'm telling you right now, with this Emperor and Empress, this Emperor wants the Empress at home and not traveling all over the world in doing that. But I really feel it's more the Emperor energy that's traveling all over the world. The only traveling I could see is if it's done together. If the Emperor and the Empress are traveling together in doing that. But I feel like for some of you, there's a situation here where your job is very demanding and they want you to be at home more. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Whoa, these cards keep on falling. Eight of Swords reversed. So somebody is coming out of their own prison. And then Two of Pentacles reversed. Someone's not juggling something anymore. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. New beginning. What's under the Fool? And then the Princess of Wands, which is the Page. That's starting something new. Three of Wands, ships coming in, plus the Princess of Wands is the Four of Wands, focusing on home. And then you have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Six of Swords, moving away from something. Four of Pentacles, holding on to something else. The Tower, shocking moment. And then the Two of Cups. For some of you, you took a break or you're taking a break from someone and then you finally end up getting back with them. For others of you, something just said to me, when you travel, have a backup plan. Like, or either what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say escape plan. have an emergency plan. Like if something were to go wrong when you were in a certain country or something, visiting and traveling, because obviously you're not used to the place because it's not where you're from. If you're doing that, if you're traveling, make sure you have an emergency plan where if something just went sideways in that country that or city that you're visiting, you want to make sure you can still get in touch with the people back at your home city and do that. Just make sure you have an emergency plan. 2. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. What's under the King of Wands? 6 of Wands, Recognition, the Magician, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands. Yeah. For 2023, because I'm going to have to wrap this up, because lots of stuff here. One thing to keep in mind, start today. That's one thing. Another thing to keep in mind, have a backup plan. Have an emergency plan. Other energy, make a decision. Other energy, be open to change. Don't let fear stop you. Other energy, choose wisely. Also, I just heard ignore the haters. Which that, I can understand why I heard that. Because if this is Emperor and Empress energy with this couple, definitely you're going to have some haters. Just saying. So that came to mind too. And also I just heard love the one you're with. And then I just heard communication is key. And then I just heard it's okay to let your hair down every now and then. And also I heard boundaries are for a reason. So for those of you who might be letting down your boundaries or your guard with someone, don't let all of them down. Just let enough of them down where you can have a meaningful relationship. And then finally, perception is reality. All right. So that is your message for 2023. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.